Alright, so let's take a look at web browsing on the Sprint Samsung Instinct. One note, I'm doing this video on June 8th, which is a little less than 2 weeks before June 20th, when Instinct is supposed to be out in stores available to customers. And Sprint told us people in the media when they sent the review units out ahead of time that they're still fine-tuning some things on the network. So speeds for web browsing and a few other services may not be fully up to what they're supposed to be when the device launches on EVDU Rev A, which is the higher speed of the EVDU networks. So anyway, point being that I'm not entirely sure if this is full speed or if actually the web browsing speeds will get a little bit faster in the coming days. Anyway, so here you go. Here's the web browser homepage that it defaults to, the Instinct homepage. Real quick, on the side, you've got 4 buttons, so you can zoom. It'll go up to 2 times, or then you hit it again, it goes to 1/2 time, go back to normal. There's a page overview, which is kind of like the Nokia Series 60 mini map. So you can see the whole screen, and then you can click to drag to a certain part of the screen, it'll zoom in, so that's kind of handy. This button toggles between desktop mode and mobile mode. I'll show you that in a little bit. And then this button shows you the other toolbars. So you've got your navigation bar at the top, you can click on it to type in a URL, you've got your signal strength and battery indicators, and then on the side you've got a button that'll take you to live search, which is powered by MSN, Microsoft. You've got your homepage button, your favorites button so you can set and access bookmarks, and then your browsing history button. You can't hide this toolbar. So this is as close to full screen browsing as it gets. Honestly, I wish that they had a button that would just hide everything, because you can really use the extra real estate when you're browsing desktop mode websites. When you're looking at a regular website built for, a computer monitor on a 3.1 inch screen, I believe, the more space you have, the better. Okay, so the scrolling works pretty well. Click and drag. This page only has, 1 column or 2 columns. It fits on the screen. So let's go to Sprint provides a list of recommended websites to look at. New York Times is one that people always go to see how it performs on a cell phone. So I'm going to zoom in a little so you can see. So we'll go to New York Times. The web browsing is only available in widescreen mode. When you launch the browser, it comes up widescreen. There is no, single column vertical mode available, at least not right now. So here's the mobile mode of New York Times. This is the, the WAP version. So if we hit the button to go to desktop mode, or standard mode they call it, it's defaulting to the WAP version of New York Times, no matter what. So let's see if we can get to the regular version. So we'll click to enter URL, and there's a cursor here that you can click where you want it to go. In general, I'm finding the touchscreen to be really good, except for things right along the edges, real tiny little things. It's not nearly as bad as I found the Samsung Glide for Verizon to be, but still, the tiny little fine-tune accuracy clicking, I have a little bit of trouble with sometimes. So let's go to the regular New York Times version. It does have the www and .com links, shortcut buttons there, which is nice. And then it's got all kinds of top-level domain shortcuts, which is also nice. HTTPS, mail dot, so definitely handy. So we'll hit done, and we'll load up the real New York Times. Now it's defaulting, it's taking me straight to the mobile mode. So there's that. All right, so I decided to split this video into 2 parts because it ran pretty long. So if you're not interested in watching the second part, just so you know what happens in it, to give you the excitement, basically we look at some other sites on the phone. The settings on Instinct say that it has a JavaScript option. The JavaScript option was turned on, but I ran into some sites where it told me your browser does not support JavaScript. So clearly there's some limited JavaScript, going on in here. The long and short of it is that for a non-smartphone, Instinct's web browser is pretty good. Compared to smartphones, compared to iPhone, it's not in that class. So you can get to a lot more sites on here than you can on a regular WAP browser, because it does do HTML. And it works better than the Samsung Glide browser for Verizon. I found that Instinct definitely works a little bit better than that. But compared to an iPhone, because Sprint's been doing all those comparisons, it's not in the same league at all. Compared to a Nokia S60 phone, compared even to Internet Explorer for Windows Mobile, IE Explorer for Windows Mobile I don't think is that great, but it has more access to more sites than you can do on this. iPhone or the Series 60 browser are just definitely better than Instinct is. And just so you know, I did try to install Opera Mini. I got it installed. It loaded up once. I got to a website and then it crashed. Since then, it'll get to this screen and then it gets stuck. This is Mini 4.1. I tried Opera Mini 3 and it installed, but it got to the screen where it says press OK to initiate setup, and there's no OK button, so it wouldn't go any further. Hopefully, this is just the first version of the Instinct browser, so Samsung, I'm sure, will work on it. Hopefully, Opera will release Opera Mini or Opera Mobile for Instinct, because I think it could be pretty great. All right, so watch part 2 if you want. If not, there's plenty more on Instinct, on all the other features, both videos and on my blog on PhoneDog.com. Again, thanks for watching. I'm Noah from PhoneDog. We'll see you later.